Oh my gosh. I think I just found a spawner. I think it's zombies because I can hear zombies. Yeah, that's a zombie spawner if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna go rush in and see if I can light it up really quickly. Run! Run! Oh my gosh, that was scary. Oh my gosh, guys, we found a zombie spawner, which means we can make an XP grinder. Thank goodness. I was literally just down here in the caves trying to mine some redstone so that then I could get my levels up so we can enchant our tools and armor. But this is going to help me a lot. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lockie and welcome back to the survival series that we started 2 episodes ago. We are now on our 3rd episode. Last episode we built our really pretty lighthouse that I will show you guys once we are back up to the surface, and we put this armor trim on our armor. I've decided that I am going to keep the crown because I think it is super cute. I think I can really quickly turn this into an XP grinder. I remember how it is. I may have to Google it really quickly. I'm gonna try and tunnel to the surface and get some materials. On second thought, I am taking a screenshot of the coordinates and then I'm gonna go back the way I came so that then it doesn't take me as long. I am back up at the surface, so let's gather some materials. Okay, so now we have all of our materials, so we can head back down to where our spawner is. I'll link the tutorial in the description for the spawner I'm using because I cannot remember how to make a spawner for the life of me. And then hopefully we can get 30 levels so we can enchant some of our items. Now we have a fully functioning mob farm that will give us tons of XP and also rotten flesh. I'm gonna do this until 30 levels and I will come back and tell you guys when I do. We officially have 35 levels, so now I am going to head back up to the surface and see if we can enchant. We have a few things on the to-do list today that we need to get done. We have our build that is going to take quite a few resources that we need to gather, and one of those is a torch flower. If you didn't know, I really love using the torch flower, but the problem is that you have to get a sniffer, which then you have to get a sniffer egg from suspicious gravel. But then the sniffer has to sniff up the torch flower seeds over and over and over again, which means these are really hard to get. Last time we built this super cute lighthouse and I got a couple of ideas for the interior, so we may handle that today if we have time after we do our build. Efficiency 4, should we go for it? I'm gonna go for it. Silk touch, efficiency 4, and unbreaking 3. That was a good one. I want to make another pickaxe because I want to get fortune on one of them. We're gonna go back down really quickly and grab one more level because I really want to get sharpness on the sword because it will just make my life easier. But if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe right now. It really does mean the world for me when I see that you guys are loving this content. I'll give you until I have 30 levels to hit the subscribe button. Ready? Go. This is taking longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be really quickly, but if you subscribed, good for you. Okay, now that we have 30 levels, we can go back up and get our sharpness enchant on our sword. Okay, let's enchant our sword with sharpness 3, knockback 2. That's fine. I wish it was sharpness 4, but it will do for now. Now that we are somewhat enchanted, we can go ahead and get our sniffer eggs because I really want the torch flowers for our build today. So that requires us finding sniffer eggs, getting them to dig up the torch flower seeds. So if I remember correctly, you need a feather, some copper, which I know I have. You need a brush to brush the suspicious gravel or the suspicious sand that will then maybe give you a sniffer egg. I've swam past it a couple times. Just past the ocean monument are some ruins around that area that I've seen before, and I'm pretty sure we can go and brush some gravel there. I am going to take one of these water breathing potions that I found in a buried treasure chest when I was collecting sand, so we can breathe underwater and so we don't die. We'll just pop this and jump in. There they are. And then we can brush some of the suspicious gravel. What is that? Come on, give me a sniffer egg. Ooh, is this a pottery shard? That'd be so cool. Plenty pottery shard. Another pottery shard? How many wooden hoes can I get? Water breathing potion has run out. Not another hoe. I don't need more hoes. Guys, I'm an idiot. The entire time I was looking for sniffer eggs in suspicious gravel. Apparently, you can only find them in suspicious sand. So we have to find a warm ocean or a lukewarm ocean and then search for ruins in those. We will go on an adventure. I'm gonna head off in this general direction and hopefully we can find a warm ocean.
One eternity later.
I have found the warm ocean. Well, we made it to the ocean biomes, but I am not finding any sand. I forgot to hit record on a clip, but I basically found this swamp and I got some blue orchids, which you can only find in the swamp biome and lily pads, so we can decorate our base with those. But now we are back on the hunt for warm ocean monuments. We found a coral reef. Guys, we found one. I repeat, we found one. Finally! We finally got one. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. It's been so long. I'm gonna try and go until this brush falls, and if we can find another one, that would be most magnificent. Oh, there's another one. Oh gosh, come on, get to the top. I almost drowned. I was almost one of you. I'm giving up. We're headed back home with our one sniffer egg because that was all we could find. So maybe in the future we'll go again and find another one and then we can breed up sniffers. But for right now, one will have to do. We are home just as the sun is setting. Ugh, it is so good to be home. I literally traveled 5,000 blocks to find that sniffer egg and it took 4 freaking ever. But now we can deposit some of our goodies into a chest and grab a moss block because apparently the sniffers will hatch quicker if they're placed on moss. And then we can just sit here until it grows. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. We're going to start collecting our materials for today's build while we wait for this here sniffer egg to do its magic. So, let's go. Oh, I guess I need to go to the material gathering. I can't just clap my fingers and have all of the materials. Or can I? I'm just kidding. Let's go grab some materials. So first I collected some wood, some oak wood because we needed a lot of stripped oak wood, and I also collected some spruce wood because we needed stripped spruce wood, and then I had to go to the nether because I needed stuff from the nether, obviously, because I need stuff from the nether every single build that I make. And then I almost died to the skeleton in water because apparently they can shoot in water, and then I made bone meal because I needed to bone meal a lot of wood. And then I also used these crimson planks. Our sniffer has fully grown up, which means we can use our name tag to give him a name. And I was thinking about what we should name him, and I think it'd be cute if we called him Tater. And now he can just sit here and dig up the pods while we work. Anyways, back to the material gathering. During this time, I also went back to the ocean monuments and finally found another sniffer egg, which I was really excited about and really happy. Now that we are back home, I placed our sniffer egg so that then it can start hatching, so that then they can make more torch flower seeds for us because we need 10 torch flowers for this build and one just isn't cutting it. So while we wait for our sniffers to hatch, I want to go ahead and start building our build for the day. As you can see, our chest organization has kind of been on the back burner for this series. I just never had tons of space in my starter base to have storage, so most of it ended up out here. So our build today is going to be a chest room so we can get fully organized, and it will set us up for the series. I picked out this spot over here up on this cliff. I thought it'd be super cute to have a build here, and then down below we'll have stairs going back down into the chest room that will be kind of underground here. So with all that said and done, let's build. With that, we have finished our chest room. This build does look like a regular house because I wanted it to kind of blend in as we add more to this base. I want this area to kind of be the village for the castle that we'll eventually build. I added on these stairs for easy access, and then the inside is pretty empty. I've started mining out the staircase that will go down into our chest room, but besides that, I haven't really done much with the interior. So what we need to do is dig out an area underneath here to build our chest room that will house all of our stuff in it, and then also kind of decorate in here and figure out what we're gonna do with this space. So if we close the door and place some blocks and then break them, we will have a full interior. I am so obsessed with how this turned out. As you enter in, you just go into this long hallway that just goes down into the chest room. I am so happy with how this turned out. I think it is so cute. I wanted it to be super cute because this is where we'll spend most of our time this season, gathering materials or putting things away. I'm still waiting on a few chests from outside. As we sort our stuff into our piles, we'll be able to finish this off. But we also have our workstation stuff in here that we can then go ahead and craft or smelt anything that we need. I'm so happy with how this turned out. It is super cute and I am so happy with it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think and if I should add anything else. I did end up leaving this areas empty, and And I may go back in the future and add things like all of my furnaces in here or other things, but for right now they are just empty. But here is the build with shaders on. I am in love with how it looks. But the last thing I do want to do today involves our lighthouse. This sugarcane farm has been going the entire time we've been here, and it's done pretty good for such a small sugarcane farm, and I'm actually really proud of it. But besides the sugarcane farm, we don't have anything else here. I was looking through the comments on the last episode and I found an idea that I think would be super cool. Somebody mentioned turning these levels into kind of a museum as we go throughout the season, adding things like my first pair of armor, some tools, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm gonna grab a few things and see what I can pull together. I want to make just some basic shelves, so I'm just gonna grab some stairs and some slabs so we can make some shelving in our lighthouse. Also gonna grab some sticks so that then we can make an armor stand for our first ever armor, and then we can go into our lighthouse and kind of decorate the inside. Okay, I've been working on the interior for a little bit and now it kind of just looks a little bit nicer. Down here we still have pretty simple decor because we have our sugarcane farm still running, but I did add a bed and a crafting table because I like to always put in the barest essentials into every one of my builds just in case I'm in here and it starts to get dark and I want to sleep or I need to craft something. Upstairs I've decorated this first level with some of my achievements so far in the game. Like we've got the first armor I ever wore, which was my iron armor. Somehow I lost the boots, but we've got that here. We've got some pots around. This is going to be the wall of death, which is a little bit dark, but I thought it would be cool to display each time I died as we go out through this season. So right now we've only got one, which is, hey Lucky tried to swim in lava because that's how I first died. So we'll just add as the season progresses onto this wall of all the deaths. Hopefully I don't die. Then on this wall we've got some achievements, which I have my first ever diamond. I honestly don't know if it's my first diamond, but it's a cool placeholder. And then this one is trying to get a sniffer egg to pay homage because it took for freaking ever to find a sniffer egg. But besides that, we've got some very small decorations up here. I've just barely put in the necessities because we don't really need the space right now, and then up here is still pretty empty. But I think as we go throughout the season and we start collecting more and more things, I'll be able to add more into this. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have left for today. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below what your favorite part was, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye!